Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kingdom of Bulgaria with EU5. It is October 1371. We have a few things that happened off camera. I had recorded it, but it just really devolved, and I was just very much rambling. So Toplica did get integrated. We have the plague of smallpox, which is why we're losing 1,300 people. We did get our saltpeter built. We're trying to build a tannery. We got our driller built here. We're flirting with needing masonry, so we are trying to build a mason down here in Smolyan. We have improved the opinion of the Ottomans, so they actually like us a little bit. Not a lot, but can we do anything friendly? No. No. Improve cultural opinion? No. Fresh trust? We could do that. We did marry one of our family off over here to Albania, so they're a little bit more friendly towards us. And we also married our youngest daughter off, Iva, to one of our nobles, Makita Galitzin, who is 44, because, well, I mean, frankly, just trying to, get another noble family in Bulgaria. We'll take a look at that quickly. We have tried to improve the price of livestock, although it's going down, even though our demand is increasing. Is this guy tell me why it's negative 53%? Why? It's because of the demand, right? Which I understand. So we have tried to export it. The tannery hopefully will increase the demand a little bit. Because of that, our farming village in Razgrad and Katedia are both unprofitable. The Commodores are unhappy, but they're the only one underneath 50% for the moment. We are trying to also suppress their revolt, as they were the only revolt that really has a lot of people in it. Previously to our deaths here because of smallpox, okay. Well, we might not have to build a hospital then. If we're going to start, if it was a relatively short plague. I mean, it's still a good idea. Don't get me wrong. Still a good idea. We are also trying to build a road to Varda up here to Kadensi. Or Kladensi, sorry. What would the road again? To Kustenza 190. Ooh, 195. Yeah, we can't afford that for a little while. So it will be interesting to me, right? What that tannery up there in Roos, we thought was going to make a little bit of money, not a lot, right? But a little bit. They're down to 100 burgers now, right? We thought it was going to make income 1.33 potential profit. Tarnovo, we are up to 17,600. Plovdiv, 36,000. Like, it's just an insane amount. Satisfaction of 61%. Up here in the capital, it's at 70.8%. I mean, you would hope so, right? You would hope your capital was happy. Having an unhappy capital would probably be a good way of getting a rebellion, right? Or like a legitimate one. 77% on clay fabrication on Serbia and the Byzantine Empire. Now, I probably will declare war on them, just being honest, because, well, they're not big areas. Ustra, 6,200 people, along with Armenio. They have wine, and what do they produce? Wool. Okay. They are part of a province, right? Bukolan, I thought it was part of a province. Yes. And they've got 8,300 people, livestock. Okay, we have Dyes, Adrianopolis. It is a town as well, right? Which would give us a town down here. Lumber, wine, medicaments, iron. Okay, so a little bit more iron. It's actually stone and clay you need for masonry, but iron's not bad. Okay, we're gaining back. We're out to 80 legitimacy. The nobility again tried to befriend the Golden Horde and We have Crimea. Okay. Um, and that's why we lost the legitimacy. We did. Very happy we did actually lose a crap ton of people to that plague. So it devolved in it really kind of devolved here into with Iva is just right marrying her off to somebody 28 years older, right? That was obviously something that did happen historically, and occasionally, there are large age gaps in married couples today. Sometimes like that, you know. It's one of those things. All I'll say about it is like, so long as everybody is of the age of consent and all that, I guess, if you truly love somebody, Serbia, Thessaly, ooh, Serbia is fighting Thessaly. So I think we'll actually declare war on Serbia first. Because while we are the bigger power here, they have 700,000 people to our 900,000. And who are they allied with? Wallachia and Wallachia. Ooh, that's tricky though. Because if we declare war on Serbia, would our allies help us? Because who are we allied to? Um, we are allied with Poland and Muscovy. Thessaly. 0.64 diplomatic capacity for Bulgaria. We will try to ally with Thessaly, which now makes us being called into an allies war, not just a war. Pearls are missing. Foreign inventor. A brilliant Muscovite inventor from Muscovy has come to seek our patronage after falling off the monarchy. The inventor has been described by some as one of the greatest minds of his age, producing many mechanical and chemical inventions beyond the understanding of most others. If we take him in, Muscovy will dislike us. We will gain 10 prestige if we refuse him, though. Um, we took him. We did take him in. And we're going to try to improve our opinion with Muscovy now that, they're pissed because, we took him in. Our son is 14. Now, we do have a commander of the Royal Army. Ooh. Okay, so who are they fighting? Okay, in this war, it's Serbia and Thessaly. So now they've actually just called us into the war against Serbia. Now, Serbia's king is still crazy good, right, militarily. He is old, though. He is 60. But he is still 100. He still has a 100 military score. They have 3,700 men that they could call on. We've got 9,000. So we're definitely going to accept the war requests from Thessaly now that we're allies and we're not just intervening, right? And I also feel like it might give us a chance. Although again, we wouldn't have them integrated. But let's see, they have wine, fiber crops, wool, livestock, iron, and oh, more silver. I like that. And then up here, okay, Nice, wheat, lead could be imported. Livestock, wine, wheat, fruit. Okay. Um, yeah, still too much stability hit. What was that road going to cost? 184. So that road is still too expensive. Yep. Thessaly calls upon us to join against Serbia. It's a defensive war. I mean, we do outnumber them currently. And our own general, Bogdan Stratsibir, is almost as good, right? He is a 96 militarily. So 9,100 levies is what we can get. We're gonna raise our Western army is what we're gonna. Right, that's what we're gonna call it. Actually, we're gonna say, um, we actually might give the king command. Um, Tarnovo would give us about 1,400 men. They would give us 88 guys. And we'll do that because we are going to have two armies in the field. So we are at war with Serbia again. This is going to hurt the economy, right? This will definitely hurt the economy. We are going to make sure that we have the connection here in Cadency. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give the king command of the Western Army, which I'm sorry for the pause. Let me look that up. Zaden. All right, so the Western Army is what the king is going to command, and the Royal Army that's being raised in Tarnovo will join with our professional soldiers there. Uh, and they're going to meet up in Shredets here. With the Royal Army, we'll start moving out. And I'm actually kind of happy. I know that sounds weird. We are suffering attrition in some of our armies, unfortunately, but the reason I'm happy is because we were going to try to, fabricate the claim against Serbia anyways. And now, at least, we're already at war. We didn't have to declare. Oh, God. There's a Serbian army. Yeah, never mind what I said. Right? Never mind what I said about not raising up much of my army. We have audibled pretty significantly. Because the Serbians have decided that they're going to raise up their whole army and try to come after me. Which I can understand in a way, right? Because we are by far the threat. Or at least they look like they were coming after me. Like, we are the more dangerous enemy combatant at this time. So I do understand why they would be trying to target me. So the king is going to have around 3,000 men. Right, so the Western Army. Actually, we're going to reroute the men from Plovdiv. I mean, that's not quite 1,000 guys, but we bring said news. Michael Strasimir died at the age of 62. He was our ruler's uncle and courtier in the kingdom of Bulgaria. He fell down the stairs. Okay. So it doesn't say why he died. Let's see, click out here. But he fell down the stairs. That is sad. Oh, there's the Serbian army. I was just saying I don't know where it went to. But there it is. All right. So sorry for all the pausing here. Oh, shit. Wallachia has joined. Wallachia has joined. All right. Well, that changes things again. All of our men are now raised. Oh, those are mercenaries. Okay. We also go here, though. So being in winter, we are suffering attrition. Cost 75, but we would only cost us 52.47. -1 manpower, but it would cost base 0.75 each. -10% strike damage done. Interesting. 25% attrition, 0.10 food. Mountains, wetlands, and jungle we don't move around well in. Four and five, though, for... And then 200%. What is this? Frontage is a 1, but 200% flanking ability. Okay, so they actually have the -10% strike damage. These guys don't. Need 0.5 lumber, leather, 0.1 tools, 0.005 cloth, and 0.2 horses. Yeah. So we are going to try to get a armored footman, which is obviously going to also greatly... Yeah, I mean, they're actually pretty close to us as well. I mean, yeah. When Wallachia decided to... Oh my god, there's Wallachians over there. What the hell? I mean... Okay, actually what we're going to do... Pivot. Yeah, we've lost Chernow in this. Both of them fell. Send those 300 men there. Those 139 men will go there. And so what we're trying to do, which isn't going to maybe make a lot of sense, right? Is because freaking I hate Wallachia. Why do I hate Wallachia so much? I don't really know. But I do. Yeah, I know. I also hate Serbia, obviously, but... What I'm actually trying to do is just really take out the Wallachian army. What is this? Toplica is starving, and this is starving. I mean, it makes sense because... Oh my god, there's another Serbian army! Like, they are all over the fucking place. Sorry. Ivan Alexander will go down here. But they are just freaking everywhere. Kazania has fallen. Yeah, I mean, just... What the hell is Thessaly doing? And there's another one. They have more that's... They broke into 3 armies. Okay. Yeah, we're going to try to take out the Wallachian main army here. Their army has higher morale. The terrain is to their benefit. How do they have higher morale? Okay. Seriously? Melnik fell. Like, yeah, thank you. You were telling me we were going to catch up to them, but then you weren't letting me catch up to them. So the Battle of Slovakia, Cyprian Varescu is a 93, so we're at slightly better, not a lot better, but slightly. But we now, with the 8,000 men, should be able to overwhelm the Wallachians, who I'm just... He might take more land from you. I'm just letting you know. Fuckers. What the hell? How did they get... I hate that. Like, they just magically got a morale boost. Oh, God. The Serbians are going to rout that army. Okay, so we do defeat the Wallachians. We lost 1,100 men. 1,900 changed there. Baghdad is now a battlefield medic. Reinforces speed plus 5%. Known as a battlefield medic. A larger than normal number of soldiers under this leader will be able to recover after battle to reinforce the unit back to strength. All right. The king. Is going to try to chase them. Yeah, we lost 200 and we lost 421 of our 606, yeah. Like... That was my bad. I was so focused on Wallachia, I didn't notice the Serbians were coming. Merchant fractures. The dispute is broken up between several extremely wealthy and therefore influential merchants over Bulgarian trade policy. Yeah, free trade. I've already had that once before. Who is this? The Fifth Army lacks food. We'll start to take attrition. Nisia has fallen. We do have 14% war score somehow, which is interesting. The King's army will also join in, again, trying to take out this... Morons! Try to take out the Serbians here. I mean, eventually this army will hopefully get... There we go. Again, they get the modifier where it's just their... I don't know if it's because we defeat their army, part of their army. We only lost 383 men that time. Our little 185 man army we are going to try to run away from. Hopefully we can stack wipe the Wallachians. Which I think we just did. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where the hell the Serbians are going. Yeah, Bulgarian Vardar. Yeah, it's a... Wait. What? We were supposed to fight a battle. And they magically... I don't understand that. We were supposed to fight them. And then they just magically got away from us. Costenza finally fell. Yeah. I'm kind of pissed about that. Why are we... morons? Again, my army just stops moving. Yeah, Thessaly has not... How are you... I am... Okay, I finally caught up to the Wallachian army. Thessaly accepted peace with Serbia. Okay. So that war really did go well. That like... We had 50% war score, but... we really struggled trying to... Of course it is. Of course it is. Like, I just... We have, we are we're trying to increase the price of livestock, which has gone up. It has gone up. Down here in Smoleon, okay, well, we don't have enough workers, but we're obviously going to use stone. $28.6 stability. What would professional armies give me? Armies have existed since war was invented many thousands of years ago. However, their form has changed over the centuries, and different types of recruitment organization have developed in different cultures and periods. In the late Middle Ages, armies in the wide range of societies relied on levies based on the structures of feudal society, with knights and footmen forming a corps that was levied seasonally. In some regions, however, states were powerful enough to finance standing armies with professional soldiers who would be available for duty throughout the year. This system was also developed in Europe after the outbreak of the Hundred Years' War, being one of the main changes that promoted a military revolution in the early modern age, increasing the size and quality of professional armies while finding new resources and revenue to finance them soon became one of the main challenges for rulers around the world. Sure. So again, South of Latenia, 1396, probably because they got occupied a little bit there. What else could? Okay, so like cloth, we have a lot of plus 7.43. Nobody wants our cloth. Wine, we have a decent amount of. Krakow would take some wine, but barely profitable, so I don't think that that's worth it. Horses, we have plus 12.3. Tbilisi would take some. Napoli would take some. Yeah, none of that's profitable. And of course, it continues to be unprofitable. Why? Um, Barcelona could take more, but that would be very, very close. Okay, Tbilisi, we will set horses. And we have no more trade capacity. Okay. So we did build the road there. We're up to 946,000. So we're almost up to 950,000 people. Sorry for getting upset about the war, because I think it was my fault. But like, they had so many smaller armies, and then we weren't really able to crush them the way I would have wanted. Or crush them as quickly as I would have wanted, right? So I think the other thing we have to keep in mind here is that why is the Serbian army just hanging out? Get out of my territory, dude. Can we send like a non-aggression pact? Is that a thing? Oh, they would join a defensive league. Yeah, I know, but like requires Um, I'm confused. Yep. I mean, it's one of those where yeah, control definitely took a hit. Uh, I really don't know why their army is staying here. Like that is weird to me. Like I don't think they should be able to do that, but they are. Um, yeah, like fine cloth, but nobody wants it, right? Like, um, God dang it, we don't have enough dyes again? How are we always fucking, sorry, running out of dyes? Like, that is just actually kind of amazing. Carpenters Guild. Apparently, we don't have a lot of furniture. Right. Really, iron? Interesting. I would have thought iron would have been higher, but all right. Horses. Why? Okay. I guess I don't understand that one. Um, yeah, I know we're not in a defensive league. That's what I'm trying to do, idiot. Like, you're not in a defensive league. Yeah, I'm aware. That's why we're trying to create a new. Oh, we're already in a defensive league. Okay. So Crimea is occupying more of the Golden Horde. I think I understand now. But I was confused. I was just like, yeah, I know we're not in a defensive league with the Ottomans. Um, who are they allied with? Uh, do they not have any allies? They annulled treaties, enemies, rivals, truces, guaranteeing. They're guaranteeing the subjects of Naples. Interesting. Um, when does the truce with the Ottomans end? It's 1378. Okay. Um, I mean, we still have trade capacity. No, oh wait, no, we don't, because we traded horses. Um, Trying to think. So give us 164. We could build another. I build another sergeantry. That would make sense. Um, right. That would make sense. Um, okay. So where? Um, maybe down here or bailiff. I always freaking call it a sergeantry. I'm sorry. But, or you know what? Right. Before we do that, let's build another economic building. Try to grow the economy a little bit more. Uh, charcoal kiln. Charcoal kiln. Interesting. We need charcoal. That's actually not bad. I mean, in terms of a potential profit. Yeah, charcoal. We really want some charcoal, apparently. Flevin. Okay, we actually have everybody now. Market Village doesn't help us much. Okay. Wait. One of these places. I thought. Oh, wait, no, it's up here. Because we need more dyes. Because we always need dyes. No matter what we do, we need dyes. Um, yeah, we had about 9,000 dudes, and then, yeah, that kind of sucked. Um, Taylor's Guild could make a little. I don't want to make another jewel, to be honest. Um, really, not a lot down here in Plovdiv that could make money. Interesting. Okay. Schumann, we have just enough burgers. Carpentry or jeweler. Sherburne. Potter's Guild could make a little bit, actually. Taylor's Guild could actually make a little bit. Okay. They don't have enough. Sure, that's okay. We have no control though. Um, Carpenter's Guild would be the best bet. 10,000. A little bit more people here, right? 18% control, 3% proximity. Now, see, building a sergeant, bailiff, bailiff, bailiff. Building a bailiff here right, will help the control of Plovdiv and Kron as well as here, obviously. Varna, in theory, should be getting better because we have a little bit of we have the road, right? Although there's really not much we could build down there. Well, we can't afford anything right now, but yep, that is where we were. So we are in February now, 3073. Sorry for the delay there. I was texting my aunt. I was supposed to have a dentist appointment as I'm missing a tooth, but we have a blizzard warning until 9, so it'll be rescheduled. I've delayed it too many times already. I really need to get it taken care of, but I am kind of dragging my feet a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of the dentist, although I really do like my dentist. So I don't know what good improving the opinion of the Ottomans is now because we can't join the defensive league anyways, right? Form a new defensive league. We are in a defensive league with Muscovy. Now, what I could maybe do is if we leave. Wait, aren't we in a defensive league already with them? I guess maybe not. Wow, England. Um, okay. It's the first thing I've seen that is like really, really been weird. Who are you at war with? Albania. Dude, if Albania is wrecking you, um, then I'm sorry. We are going to declare war against the Byzantine Empire. Yes. We're not going to call any of our allies. Um, that's all we're going to raise up. Because we do want to take some land from them before the Ottomans probably come and smash them. Well, okay. I mean, it is also fair, though, that if we raised up a larger army, those two will go for the king. The rest will be with, of course, our royal army. And we are going to try to take the territories that are part of our provinces already, and maybe Adrianopolis. But that's where we'll end today's episode. 2 wars, little bit of a confusion on my part on how some stuff works. Really surprised to see this. I mean, people have talked about sometimes how the blobbing and whatnot of the game isn't perfect yet, but that is really interesting. Who is occupying Sicily? Tunis. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you all later.